Josh Baldwin.
Hey.
It's good to have you back on the podcast,
it's good
man.
to be back on.
Face to face.
Yes, this is way better.
Yeah,
this is
for
a lot
sure,
better.
man. So you just, like 2 seconds ago, you were just singing your song "Stand in Your Love" here at the K-Love Fan Awards. Man,
with Mandisa.
With Mandisa.
Yes. It kind of ruined it because now I'm like, she does it better than me. She should just do that song now. No.
You'll never sing it again
now,
right?
I'm like, wow. It's obvious. I shouldn't. I'm glad I let her come in on the second verse so I could go ahead and do my verse. If she just started out and then I would have had to follow that,
people would have left.
Yeah,
no. So tell us, man, about the journey of this song.
Wow,
where it started.
It feels like it forever, but then also it just kind of feels like it's all like happened in a week, and which it actually hasn't been long. I wrote it last January, and it was one of those where we were actually writing for and getting songs ready for our Bethel our worship album.
Yeah.
Victory, which we released this year. And I actually didn't even have a song. I was going to be on it, but I didn't have a song for it because I had just finished another album, and I was like, guys, I'm tired, and I was like,
take a break from
take
songwriting
one of those
for
songs.
a while.
Yeah, I was like, can we just do one of those? And they were like, no, we just want it all to be new. And so I was like, okay, well, they're like, at least do a song. And so I was like, that's fine. So I was just kind of like decided I won't have a song on the album. I'll just sing something. But I was in Dallas hanging out with two heroes of mine, Rita Springer and Mark Harris, and we were writing another song, hanging out writing, and this dude Ethan pops in the room, who's a songwriter from Nashville and who I just met that moment. He walked in the room and he was like, dude, I've got this song start that it just kind of feels like you, and he's like, can I just sing it here? I've got to go to the airport and fly home like in 30 minutes. And I was like, sure, yeah. And so he sings part of the Stand in Your Love, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Was it the chorus?
It was the part of the chorus. It ended up being the chorus. It was a different version of it, but yes. And I was like, can we stop what we're doing and just work on this? So for like the 30 minutes that he was there, we worked on it. Then I took it back home. And so it like immediately felt special. And I sent it to the guys and I was like, I know we're like past due on songs for the album. And they're like, no, that has to be on the album. And we're going to release it first. And it was the first song released on the album, but it was the last song that made the album.
Yep.
And from there, it just kind of snowballed, and just this year felt like a whirlwind of just, a year ago I'd come off of another album, just kind of like, okay, rest, and then boom, all of this.
There you go.
And it's amazing, and it's just such an honor. I'm sitting next to my hero, Stephen Curtis Chapman, out there, and just kind of freaking out on the inside, but playing it cool on the outside. So
totally, man. So did you finish the song that day, or was it a long journey?
We finished a lot of it that day, and then I took it back home and I worked on I finished the bridge and led it at church. We're so blessed at Bethel to have a church that they're just like, yeah, do whatever. So we just try. We always try new songs out on them, and so we did. We just did it one Sunday, and that was when I was like, okay, this has got something on it, and so it ended up. It was only like a week or two later that we really finished. There was like a line or two that down to the deadline we were like, let's change that. But it was such a fast, even the writing of it was just so fast, which is not normal. And it's for the good ones. I feel like the ones that mean something to me and mean something to people are the ones I feel like sometimes I labor over in a good way. I mean, just you seek out like what is the exact thing here? And just be intentional. So it was kind of cool that such a song that's been powerful to me and people just kind of came effortless. And
How has being a part of Bethel changed you as a songwriter, a worship leader, an artist?
Oh, it's changed. A worship leader, I've learned a lot. Honestly, though, I'll be honest, it's not hard to lead worship at Bethel. I mean, you kind of just start the song and they just like
you just play one note on the piano.
It's you learn more about how to take it to another level when you're leading there and going to other places. But the songwriting thing is it's been great. I didn't really start co-writing and collaborating with other people until I came there. And that's been what's taken me to another level in writing, and I've found that's actually that's what I love the most about writing. I think I'd always written by myself, and it just felt like such a chore. And it's like I knew I was called to do it, but then it doesn't come super. I'm just like fight with it, and then I realized like you should throw songs off of your buddies who are also called to this. And so in that way, it's really taught me how to like use community, work with your community, and collaborate. It's been great.
Yeah. How are you being challenged as a worship leader right now? You know, the more I lead worship, the easier it is to just kind of dial it in.
Go through the totally. I think it's that. I mean, I've found that I've learned how to I need to start finding places to lead worship where it's not cool, and
right.
There's not a lot of people, and there's not lights and smoke and all, and maybe it's a little hard, or just and I think I search out those moments, and whenever they come, I'm yes, way more immediately now than I think I have been, and because and even just in my house, I felt the other day my wife and I were talking, and we were something needs to, some dynamic in the house needs to change. It's kind of feeling this stagnant thing, even with the kids, or their attitudes, this little thing, and I was well, what do we need to do? What do we? And it was revolving around parenting, but then I felt the Lord was you need to you don't worship with your family.
Oof.
And I was oh my goodness, it hit me one of those, it's become a job, and it's not just what you life, and so I'm gonna cry just talking about this. Wow,
you're allowed to cry.
If we're on camera, they're gonna see me cry. But I remember that week we took a few days, and we'd go. My son, he's 6, he has a little drum set in his room, and my daughter has one of those toy mic stands, and so they just brought him in there, and we got together and we sang songs and worshiped, and it just I can gradually just feel the atmosphere changing in our home, and it's been so I'm looking for moments like that where it's not cool to worship, but it's vital and important.
Yeah. So good,
yeah.
man. What's a final piece of guidance that you would give a room full of worship leaders right now? You're looking them in the eye. What would you say?
I would say just say yes, and just don't overanalyze everything that comes your way, every opportunity, but ask the Lord, and if it's Him, go for it, and don't go halfway, and just and it doesn't have to be. Sometimes the things are the hardest, are gonna be the most fruitful in the long run. I feel I've seen that over my life. The more times I said yes to things that might not have been as fun, but I felt they were important, down the road I see where it's gotten me, or the character that it's built in me, and it was just because I said yes in the moment there.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Josh, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you
hanging
so
out
much.
here, and man,
So
I'm challenged just by your heart and what you do.
Wow.
So
Well, thank you.
keep up the good work, man.
Yeah, I will. Bless you. Thanks, man.